welcome awesome Aquarius, and I must say a big happy birthday for this month also. Well, it's a very big month. My name's Rose Smith, by the way, from absolutesoulsecrets.com, and it's a very big month in a very big year, and we're in a very big decade. So this year is big because there is a lot going on in the heavens. One of the things that's really going to impact us very strongly is the fact that there are 6 eclipses this year, and you probably know that the effects of an eclipse can last from several months, even some people say up to 6 months. So it's kind of like eclipse rolling into eclipse like 6 times. So that's going to bring up a lot of stuff to deal with from our subconscious. And it does start this month, January, on the 10th. That stuff will be coming up, and I'll get to that in a moment. But we also have Saturn conjuncting Pluto on the 12th. And this is in your 12th house as well. So this is like bringing things up out of your subconscious for release and healing, so that you can be more of who you are and do the things that you really want to do, your mission in life. Okay, so your soul is compelling and impelling you on the road to whatever it is that you're supposed to be doing, and that might be having children, that might be YouTubing, that might be working in a bank, whatever it is where you can touch other people and help humanity in some way. Okay, so it's horses for courses, different ways to do different things. With there is so much going on with your 12th house, because we also have Sun, Mercury, Jupiter, Saturn and Pluto doing their conjunct thing this month. So that's a real lot of activity to deal with. I say sometimes planets are jostling for position, but astrologers will say, planets don't jostle. But what I mean is that all of those energies coming up, so much activity, and they're all competing for your attention and to get their energy in your life more and more. So, the whole big picture is so that you can be more authentically you. That means that you'll have to balance some things up sometimes, and you can do that. You can sort of look at the big picture and weigh up what are the important elements versus those things that are not so important. Now, I should also say, so I do this sort of horoscope thing at the start, a bit of astrology, then I do some, psychic reading, channeling, and then some tarot, and then a psychic summary at the end. I'm clairvoyant, clairsentient, a bit of clairaudience, and so I'll just sort of go with whatever comes through. So this is not really just a horoscope type video / live stream. Okay, so the 4th sees Mars in your 11th house. Now, the 11th house is all about your friends, your connections, your groups. And with Mars coming in there's a lot of motivation for change. You may drop some friends or some groups that no longer serve your highest interest or your highest good. You may need to make some space for new energy to come in, new friends, new connections to come in and, feed your soul a little bit. 11th house is also the house of hopes and dreams. So with Mars there, you'll be feeling more energetic, more vital, more inspired to go after what it is that you want, and what it is that you want from your heart's point of view, not from your head's point of view. So it's your true heart's desires, motivation will come to you for those things. The 10th is a lunar eclipse in your 6th house that I referred to previously. Your 6th house is all about your everyday life, your routine, your everyday work, what it is that you do on a daily basis. It's the small things of life rather than the huge, big concepts. Sorry, excuse me. It's also about your health and well-being. And so you may find that a lunar eclipse there is bringing things up again, more things for you to deal with. How can you get your health in better order? How can you improve your well-being? Maybe you want to go for a walk every day and, get out into nature more. Maybe you want to improve your diet, eat less meat, less processed foods and more vegetables, things like that. So you'll be thinking a lot because this will be coming up, but it's almost like you have to work out a strategy. So you may not change things immediately, but could be a little bit down the track, but not very far, that you'll then take some physical action towards these steps, to make yourself feel better and to improve your normal everyday organisation of your life. Okay, the 12th Saturn conjuncting Pluto in your 12th house. I did mention that before. Oh, yes. And I also wanted to say about that it can bring up things from the past because Pluto is all about death and rebirth. So you might find something coming back to you that you can tweak and sort of get it to be reborn in a variation or in a theme. It won't be exactly as what it was in the past, but something might come back. Maybe you had a hobby and you dropped it, and now you can do that hobby again, and you might have new equipment or something, or new technology that you can use to make it better than it was before. So death and rebirth and the continual cycle of life is probably going to be a bit of a theme for you starting this month. The 13th, Venus in your second house joining Neptune. That's already there. This is beautiful for finances. Now, it probably means that you could be having communications with other people, but you find that those communications go much more smoothly than usual. Okay, you could find maybe you even think of ways, spiritual ways to make money. Maybe you're thinking, metaphysically you can make money in metaphysical products, psychic readings, astrology, and all of those sorts of things. But you're likely to feel very inspired and creative, and it just feels peaceful and flowing, a really smooth flow of the universe. Those days you get when you're just in the flow, and it'll be like that. Okay, 16th, Mercury, 20th, the Sun, 24th, the new moon, all in your sign. Okay, so that's your first house. Insights coming to you, awareness, new beginnings. You could focus on your identity a little bit more, maybe take some extra care with your appearance because you want to be perceived as who you really are. You want people to see the inner you, the real you. So you might bring your appearance more in line with what is going on inside you. So there's likely, you could even talk to, with Mercury there, you could even talk to friends about what's going on inside you, or you could be having some sort of inner dialogue with different parts of yourself. With all this energy coming up from your 12th house, there's all these energies, and then you can actually get a diary, and I call it 2-pen technique. Get 2 pens, turn one upside down like a red and a black, 2 different colours, sticky tape them together, and then you be the black pen, and then let the other energy be the red pen, and you say what you want to say, and then turn the pen around, and then let the other energy deep within you say what it wants to say. Let it vent. Doesn't matter what it says. Don't judge it. Just let it come out of you. And as it comes out of you, it'll be free, and you'll get peace from that, and you'll get freedom from that, releasing those trapped things. No matter how awful they are, just release them down onto the paper, and then later on you can decide what you want to do with the paper, whether you want to keep it, or maybe you want to do another ritual and burn it or something like that. Okay, so a big month for you astrologically. Now I'm just going to close my eyes, awesome Aquarius, and see what I can see. Okay, now there's a black gloved hand in front of me right here, and it's handing me a note. So this is about because it's black, it's hidden. It doesn't mean evil. Please don't think that. Black is just the absence of light, and it just means something hidden from your awareness coming into focus, coming into your awareness, because there is a message here. Oh God. So do be prepared that sometimes the messages that you get you may not want to hear, but that's okay, because I just got a message, and I don't know if it's for you or for me, but it doesn't matter. Even if it's a negative message, let it say what it wants to say, because then it's venting and it's losing power as it's saying whatever it wants to say. And you don't have to agree with it. That's the beauty, okay? Don't judge it. Don't agree with it. Wish it well, and then you can just send it on its way. And it will transform. After it's released everything that it has to tell you, it will transform and go into the light. Okay, that was actually funny. Let's go now to the tarot and see what we can see. Now, I've already shuffled up the cards, dear awesome Aquarius, and I'll give them a quick shuffle again. Just move that clock out of the way. I'll give them a quick shuffle again. Helps if we're on the board. You can see the cards. Oh dear, oh dear. The blessings of live streaming. All right, so I'm going to pick a card, one card for every week, and just see what we get. And just hold them. See what we get. First week of January for awesome Aquarius. Okay, Queen of Pentacles. This is a great sign. This is typically a feminine energy who is in control of her finances and her possessions. She's an astute businesswoman. She can turn a hobby or a craft or some skill into money. And if you've got this in the first week, you're likely, through your actions, see she's wearing red, so there's a lot of action going on, and it's all on the physical level. But she can turn these things into money, and you can do that too. The Queen of Pentacles, very good sign of achievement and success on a physical level. So you may buy new things, you may have money coming in, you may see financial opportunities that you're going to take in the first week. Looking now at the second week of January for awesome Aquarius, and we come up with this one. Okay, this is the Nine of Swords. This is an indication of a long period of stress, which is just about over. Okay, so see she's got purple here. There's a spiritual element to this. You may be thinking about something and have a lot of disappointment and regret about it, but just remember this one the week before, and this can carry over into future weeks. So something comes up in the second week that you're regretful about, but you're at the end of the cycle now, being a 9, and that means that new beginnings can come. So just be aware that you don't overspend money in December, because I'm doing this Christmas Eve virtually, and you don't overspend money at Christmas, and then you can avoid this if it's financial, but it may not be financial. It could also be to do with a relationship or something else, but know that it's only temporary because you're now moving into a new cycle. And on that note, we come up with the Six of Wands. This is beautiful because it's like you had to let go here, let go of this lot. This is a loss in terms of what you think it's a loss, but on another level it's actually probably a gain. See how you can turn this around into something positive, because in the third week we have the Six of Wands and you're feeling much better. So, and this is in relationships, because see there's red roses on top of baseball bats, and that's about true love and taking action. There's also green and blue, opportunities, growth, and expression of your true heart's desires. And you see this woman here, she's holding, it's like an Academy Award, and it's like she's won an award or an accolade. So she's probably had to sell an idea to somebody, and she's been successful. So feeling motivated, feeling inspired. Relationships is probably where this is going to go, because the red roses indicate that. All right, now having a look here, the last 10 days of the month for awesome Aquarius. Last 10 days of the month for awesome Aquarius, and see what we can come up with. Okay, the Two of Wands. There was some sort of boundary in the way. This is like in England they have their hedgerows out in the fields, a sort of rock fence, which is a boundary between fields to keep you locked into a situation. But now there's a bit of a gap here, and she can easily step out of that. So this is actually a card of freedom, really. Action needs to be taken. It won't just happen overnight and fall in your lap if you do nothing. You need to take action. But self-expression is very important. You see she's wearing that blue there, so it's very important that you say exactly what you want. There's a balloon here that she's holding with a picture of the earth. This is an indication of spirit, being in touch with spirit, but she has her feet on the ground, and she's going to overcome a challenge and step forward at the end of January. Okay, so you can see there's 3 wands. There's a Queen of Pentacles and 3 wands there, which is all about, you could be feeling particularly fiery, and you know, like your passions coming up to the surface, which is actually a really good thing to get you to move forward. So let's have a look now, just to summarize psychically for you awesome Aquarians. What can I see? Okay, I've got a pink rose in front of me. This is about self-love. Roses always represent love to me, and this is a really soft pink rose. So learning to love yourself and value yourself a little bit more. As these things come up in your subconscious, you may realize there have been places in your life where you have shortchanged yourself. You may have sacrificed a little bit too much in relationships, or in some situation, maybe at work even. And now it's time to remove the boundaries so that you can step out into, you know, another area, or broaden your horizons. But I know it's not always comfortable to do that. You might be very uncertain about stepping out of this boundary, that it's almost like a sense of safety around it, and now you're being asked to make your life bigger. But you do have the ability to take the big picture view, so you can see what's likely to happen. It's a good thing. I've got the colour jade here in front of me, and again that is about the heart and the throat coming together, and a new chakra being formed in this kind of area here, which is a bridge. So these are not like separate anymore, they're like joined, contiguous energy, like a rainbow coming right up the front of the body. Alrighty, I do hope that's helped you a little bit, and that you have a wonderful month, and happy birthday again. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like, a share, subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to click the notification bell. Awesome Aquarians, have a wonderful month, and bye for now. Thanks so much for watching. Please visit my website absolutesoulsecrets.com for all things spiritual.